What is up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's YouTube video, we are doing an unholy leg workout. This is because these gains are demonic and that the level of intenseness that you will reach is unholy. Now, I always start my leg day with a warm-up set and then followed by the warm-up set. I do a couple of stretches and I always do it where the squat rack is at. Life hack so that you can claim your territory and claim your squat rack and don't have to move there later. I actually am emotionally attached to this squat rack because of the fact that it has a mirror in front of it and there are only two at the gym which do, and I love looking at myself. It creates a good mind muscle connection when you are lifting, and because yeah, it helps you focus on the lift. You're not really just staring off into space while lifting. It helps a lot. I honestly prefer working out with a mirror in any movement that I do. I'd prefer if a mirror was right in front of me. But anyway, we're moving back to the unholy leg workout. We are starting off with some sumo deadlifts. Now, I prefer a sumo stance when I do my deadlifts just because I feel a better engagement in my glutes and my quads rather than your traditional deadlift, but that's really up for debate and interpretation. Just honestly decide which deadlift you enjoy doing, which movement feels best, and for me, it's the sumo deadlift. And I don't always wear my belt when I work out, but I've kind of noticed on leg day when I wear the belt, it really helps keep my core engaged, and it also really relaxes your back so there's not a ton of tension on your lower back. It honestly helps a ton, and I do recommend it if you are lifting on leg day, and it doesn't have to be heavy. Today's leg day is not that heavy. It gets heavy, but it isn't like one rep maxing whatsoever. The first exercise we did three sets of those doing 20 reps, and now we are doing a barbell squat again, three sets with 20 reps. You are not going heavy, you are going light, and it is going to be a 1 minute rest period in between each set. The reason for lifting light is because it really helps build a different type of muscle mass in your body. When you lift heavy, it activates those quick muscle fibers, such as like heavy bench or doing some really heavy bicep curls. But when you train with high volume, it actually stimulates your muscles to grow in a different manner. So when you do aim for those higher weight 1 rep maxes, you are able to do it. So if you're ever just in general stuck on a plateau, you're going to want to lower the weight and honestly shoot for more reps. But in this workout, we're doing rep ranges between 20 and 10 primarily. After doing the squats, now we are moving on to the Romanian deadlift. I normally did the Romanian deadlift with dumbbells because it really helped with my lower back. I never have ever done a barbell Romanian deadlift in my life except in this video because I had my belt and I was like, I'm just gonna try it just to see what happens. So after doing those first two exercises, you'd think you'd be able to do, like, I went light. Like, this is light. I think there's only 25 pounds on each side, and I was shooting for 20, but I could only get 10 to 12 reps. And honestly, that felt good. Like, I wasn't taxing my muscles too much, so I kept that rep range for this exercise, which is something that I do. I always like feel it and I always gauge it. You're always going to want to use like a gauge and feel your muscles out so that you aren't either going too heavy or too light. So after doing that exercise, I decided to keep the reps again 10 to 12 with this squat machine. Now, this is different than your traditional squat machine just because of the angle, and you are actually engaging your hamstrings and your glutes a bit more. It's kind of like a good morning and a squat variation because a hack squat, you'd actually be facing the other way, which is targeting more your quads, but that's honestly a great movement for your overall legs. Now, after doing that, we are moving on to some hamstring curls. Now, hamstring curls, I was either gonna do them on this machine or the seated leg curls. It does feel different every time. And in this exercise, we are doing a drop set. So you're gonna hit 10 reps, then drop set it, then 10 more reps. And I honestly love doing this, especially when I'm training my hamstrings, because it honestly gets them burning and fired. And I've also noticed that doing hamstring curls also engages your glutes a little more. But yeah, so we're gonna do those for a couple of sets, and it really is a great way to kind of, slow down the intensity, even though after this exercise, we're going again to a kind of like heavier lift. We are doing this kettlebell leaning forward squat, and I love doing these just because I can really tell the intensity of the tension on my glutes in this workout. This is specific exercise. You can even tell my booty, that dumpy is popping. Again, I'm wearing the belt. I think I literally, yeah, I wore the belt like throughout the entire exercise, and it honestly helped a lot. Like, I think it really helped with my posture and just remind me to really engage that core when I'm doing these leg movements, because it's easy to kind of just dump out and your abs and your gut sticking out. You know what I mean? But posture is key for an excellent physique. Now we are finishing this workout hella strong with some Bulgarian split squats. Now that was super challenging to end it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, that was brutal. And this is what I made for myself after that leg day. Remember to always eat protein for your gains. Now, concluding with this, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe.